Associated Films' newest feature is about to hit theaters worldwide. This is a special behind-the-scenes look into the making of what is sure to be an instant horror classic. So get ready for interviews, auditions, and never-before-seen footage from Associated Films'
Riverman.
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 Riverman. Riverman.
The Riverman of the River. Curses!
I'm Ben Johnson. I'm a PA and a grip for the set of Riverman, which is the new production we're working on, due to be out soon, which is a direct market thriller. Yeah, I'm excited to be working on the film. I mean, Riverman, the man of the river. He curses and boogie boarding. Who doesn't want to be part of such an archetypal, primal drama?
I'm a big fan of all the old horror movies, like the old Mummy, Frankenstein. It always had his credit at the end with the character's name, but instead of saying Boris Karloff, it would say question mark. That's what I'm going to be credited as question mark. My real name's Ralph.
Test. Sibilance. Test.
Good.
Sibilance. Okay. Well, I have a more general occupation for Associated Films as a website designer. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a sub-site specifically for Riverman. Well, I'm working with Seth Alcorn, who is
I'm the historical researcher for the Riverman project. Well, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I've read several books. I'm even writing one myself, which is going to go into publication after the movie is released, about Riverman and what he meant and what he was.
We're just giving a little bit more depth to the project.
Well, my name is Matthew Thomas Clark, ACE. I'm a stunt coordinator for Associated Films production of Horchatas Commandos. I'm sorry, not Horchatas Commandos. Riverman. Kind of the guy in charge of making sure, the action gets rolling, the action happens. It's me.
Riverman's triumphant return. Well, first of all, to do quality music, you have to have a quality film. Let's just leave it at that.
I'm working actually on the opening scene, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how I can set it up without getting a little too cliched, because that's one of my big concerns, is getting out there and doing a horror movie, but not starting out in the traditional horror movie way.
What are some of your inspirations when you're sitting down at the computer and trying to write some dialogue or a scene?
Well, I download a lot of porn, actually. That gets me thinking about things, gives me inspiration, a lot of background research, if you will.
Trying to get the crew motivated today. Seems like everyone's a little lazy. We're in the third week of our shooting right now. None of us have really stayed in our own homes for, I don't know. Hey, that's a battery. Don't put metal on that.
It's a battery?
Yeah, it's a battery.
I'm Anthony James Artisoni. I am a screenwriter, a actor primarily, and soon-to-be producer, director, cinematographer, editor, and stunt coordinator someday. Right now, I don't have a role yet. I never really read the script. In fact, the script was never presented to me.
Obviously, when you're working with a local cast, a local production company like this, you can't be choosy when it comes to the talent. You have to work with what you have, and if someone has a good scream or someone has a good look, then you have to just accept them and deal with whatever backstage off camera attitude they might have.
I understand they wanted Anthony Artisoni, who'd had the leading role in Horchatas Commandos, to play Riverman.
Anthony. All right. Anthony Artisoni, screen test, Riverman. Take one.
I am Riverman! Die!
Okay, hold on.
There were some problems.
For my audition, they wanted to see how much horror I could bring into the room with just a walk-in. And I thought I did that pretty well.
Did you get the suit? Did you get the costume from Costume?
Well, this is not what they sent me. This is what I had in my closet, and I figured I'd give it a new twist, a different angle with the suit. He's a sophisticated monster, a man of the 20s. But I was thinking, you know, this looks like a very upstanding film, and I figured let's kick it up. And
I think we're gonna stick with the original suit we had designed.
well, keep this in mind because I can easily go back to this. I mean, this obviously worked.
I mean, obviously that's a nice suit, and
Right.
you said it was yours. And
Yeah, no,
you know,
I mean,
in the movie,
there's no question if it's a nice suit or not. I mean,
in
this
the
is a
movie-
nice
in
suit.
the
It's
movie, you're
Armani.
gonna have to-
Abnormal people are pretty scary. I mean, if you agree with me. So I figured, you know, how abnormal can I make my face?
Dude, there's nothing to do.
Tony. Yeah, that guy's a character.
When I talked to Tony, he said that he wanted to be Riverman, but once he found out that his face would be covered by a mask and we only get to see one of his eyes and not his lips, he said no. He said he wants us to see his big, beautiful face flapping in the breeze.
Okay, listen, this is great and everything. The mask is a great touch, but it's not me. I mean, you're paying good money for my face.
Do you realize Riverman has a mangled form? He's hideously deformed.
You can easily just.
And then apparently there was something about him not wanting to have his face covered. Something about his lips.
I didn't find out till later that Riverman has a mask on, which kind of completely occludes the whole face. So therefore, that look doesn't work.
He insists on wearing a suit. He's talking about the 1920s. He's supposed to be, you know, our character, and it's just not working out.
Are you picking someone else? Are you picking someone else? Well, it's probably a good thing that you do because I'm not doing this. I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing this. You're not having my name in this movie. I don't want to have anything to do with this movie because this is a ridiculous thing. This is not an art film like you told me it was going to be. And you could take that and you tell whoever you're talking to. It's kind of a mutual thing. They said, we would like you, and at the same time I said, no, I don't want to be a part of this. This is an art film. That's what you said it was. An art film, you go in, you have the lead actor, and people romanticize about this lead actor. I know the big rumor is I got canned, you know, and I put up a big fight, and I started crying, this and that. Some sort of like a puppet. I'm a puppet. You even have strings. You even have strings because I'm a puppet to you. That's what this is. You know, so I'm done, you know. And it's fine. Because it obviously is not going to work out.
He really wanted to be Riverman, and he put up quite a fight. But, you know, we told him that actually he's, you know, not the greatest actor in the whole world. It was kind of heartbreaking for him, but, you know, we gave him an award to make him feel like he was, you know, really important, like he thought, and so he wouldn't cry too much about not getting Riverman.
I just think Tony's a very funny guy, and I would love to see him as Riverman. But as you know, he would love the world to see him as Anthony Artisoni, male model.
I've got other projects to do. Like I told you, I have other projects. I'm a busy person. I got things to do. I got sequels to make. So it's fine. It's cool. We'll go and we'll just say I never did the audition. Let's just put it that. You just said no. We decided to go with someone else because you didn't. It's fine. It's cool. I mean, I got other projects. It's fine.
And then they got, what was that guy's name? Ralph Oppel. That's who they got. Ralph, possibly Denny. Opel. Anyway, they got him to play the part.
If there's one thing that I need to do with this horror movie is be the main character, because that's the one thing I don't want someone else to screw up.
You know, Hollywood, that's what's going to be in Hollywood. You know, you just can't change that. That's just Hollywood.
Riverman went through a lot of stages. The musical was one of them that actually went a long time. One of our PAs came up with a song for it, and it was really quite amusing.
Back when we thought we were going to do a musical, it was, he is the Riverman. He lives in Fullerton, Riverdam. Riverman, living in the Fullerton, Riverdam, Riverman.
I would start off the dance number. My voice would be ADR'd by Michael Crawford, and then of course you have the backup singers who would come in the back.
Basically, while the main guy is singing about Riverman, living in the Fullerton, Riverdam, people in the background are mentioning his various exploits.
Fullerton man, Riverman.
They called him a man who lived in the river. His house was a Fullerton dam.
Fullerton dam,
Riverman,
Riverman.
the Riverman of Fullerton.
Here he comes, the Fullerton man. He comes from the river dam.
It was quite beautiful.
I wasn't excited.
This boy don't sing. I don't sing very well. I can dance. In fact, I've been learning how to tap dance, but singing is not my forte.
The way Ben sang it was more like a Charleston type song, you know, like doing the Charleston, like, you know, poppy Rankin Bass.
One time he boogie boarded, he ran far away. One time he went there, he went night and day. One time he killed a guy, got lots of blood. One time the Riverman, he was my bud. And then the main guy obviously keeps going.
We decided to go for more like a Andrew Lloyd Webber musical style.
I mean, plus then you've got to add a romantic interest, and it just blows everything way out of proportion, and it's just really. I just wasn't excited about it.
So I went in there and I sang a song and.
What song did you sing?
I sang Safety Dance. It's a good dance song, but it's not a very good horror song, or even a good romantic song.
What song would that really be good for then?
Dancing and pick up chicks, which is something I've been very good at.
Now, I mean, we're working on a more horror aspect, so it's very John Carpenter, like. And me, when I hear it, I think that this part, that's saying Riverman in music. Music's the international language. So, and then he brings in the rest of the orchestra.
One of the issues I had with Riverman, and this is part of what happened with the musical of Riverman, is the composer Dan. He still has it stuck in his mind that it's going to be a musical, and he's doing the music funky. Which I told him, I don't think that's what they're going for in a horror movie.
When you're shooting a horror film, I mean, the first thing that people expect sometimes is that you're going to go to, you know, like the little cheesy, like, strings and, ooh, I'm scary up here, you know? Oh, wait, what's going to happen next?
It just really upsets me, you know. The music he did for Horchatas was good. But, you know, it just started getting too funky, and he wanted to continue that, and it just really irked me. And
it's all about not so much how this guy is a amazing threat to our society, but more so if he can get down or not.
That's just not what Riverman is. It's you know, it's.
Yeah.
Hey, dude. I was looking over the. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I was looking over the sheets you were doing. I'm not sure about the funky angle. Because my movie is art and it's supposed to be horror, and I'm just not pleased with funky, you know. I'm not making a jazz picture.
Jesus, dude. This piece of music, this isn't junk.
Well, you know, I am going to use it for another movie I'm doing, but just not this one. I'm just going to keep this for now. Save it for later, okay?
So we're talking about pay. We're talking about pay here. What's the money on this?
You're going to have to talk to the producer about that. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things I guess you got to live with. You know, everybody has their own views on a movie, and, you know, you just can't win them all.
Do you have much interaction with the director of Riverman? Does he have many hands-on aspects of the...
No, I never see James.
Oh.
I know that since, Horchata's kind of blew up,
But what happened in Horchata's?
Well, we're all pretty tight. Yeah, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable talking about this.
Is James directing Riverman?
He is not. The director we have is good.
I'm not even sure who the director is. It's gotten changed over so many times, but
we saw what James did with his last project, Horchata's Commandos, Ben's Big Drink, and 1, 2, 3 Potato, which was my first project working with him, and we love him, but we thought the stuff he did for Horchata's wasn't that great. We needed more of an edge, and so we went for someone else.
Well, obviously every army needs its general. Our director, he really marshals the troops, and to continue the analogy, other army stuff. He's really a good director of men and women.
I see some of the relationships between the director and the actors, and when they go storming off and into their trailers.
Without him, none of this happens. I mean, we're putting his dream on the screen, and it's his job to coordinate, all of this technical garbage and all of the artistic brouhaha and make a big.
So you really like it?
Oh yeah, he's a great guy. Except don't try to talk to him, because he's a good director, but he doesn't deal with people very well. I've had my run-ins with him.
He really doesn't like me in general. He just doesn't want me to write at all. The guy comes in, he's like, so if you were going to not score this film, how would you do it? Usually with the intention of stealing something that I've done. It's really treacherous. I think he thinks that he can use sex to intimidate me.
Oh. Sometimes, we don't get along too good. Well, I don't really want to talk too much about that. The movie's not even made yet. Of course, wait, he's not going to see this till after. Yeah, he was a real prick the other day.
I don't like to speak ill of people that I work with, but it's hard to tell you about working with a director because I haven't really worked with him that much.
It's hard when the director's not here. He kind of calls in the shots from his other movie right now that he's working on. That he wants to put a little more attention to that. Once he's done the initial setup here, he'll be around when we're back on set back in LA.
He brought me on the project. A couple of days later, I told him what I had so far, and he said that was good, and then that's pretty much the last I've seen of him. He sent the director of photography down.
What's your name again? Ben. Ben? Len?
Ben.
Ben. You got some stuff over there. We're trying to, work on something here. Instead of the standing around so much, why don't you get that stuff, bring it back over here so we can, figure out some options for us, okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. The water is really integral. I'm just here for the day. This isn't my thing. I understand if you got issues with whoever, but, I see the notes in the morning and it's water, that you got to be in it, and you're not in it. You're dry. Okay, I'm talking. Thank you. Because if it's Riverman, if we don't have the river, then it's man, and nobody's going to go see man. People are going to go see Riverman, Okay? Okay. Why don't you just think about that for a while?
I don't know who this guy is. It's not like he's the director or anything.
See, it's like this. Riverman. Riverman, right? You get close to here, and then you just go home. You're going to your home, right in there. I'm not going to do it, but I'm not you. Find a bigger spot. This is baby food. This is easy stuff. We have a lot left to do. I'm here working hard for you, getting you into the river. Now, if you're not gonna even meet me halfway, then seriously,
I wasn't told.
It's the horse thing. I'll bring you to the water.
I was told.
You gotta drink it. I can't drink the water for you. I can't be in the water. No one's coming to see me.
They told me
it's not my show.
In my contract, I did not have to get in the water. That was Anthony's contract. Anthony was jumping in the water, not me.
I don't want to yell. I don't want to yell anymore. I don't need yell about this. If you don't want to be in the water, it's fine. Like I said, no one's coming to see man. It's Riverman. No one's coming to see man. Get the goddamn water.
Yeah. Well, it's just me. That's who's left.
You know, people change. And I mean, James is still a good guy, but, you know, there are a lot more people around him, you know. It's just hard to talk to him sometimes.
What kind of prep do you have to go through for Riverman?
4 hours of makeup.
Is makeup important for this film?
Not so much, really.
Really?
Yeah. We just put a bag over this guy's head.
What about his eye? I mean,
Well, I usually only use some mascara on that eye, so not too long here. Sometimes he cries a little. Wipes it away. We got to redo it.
We're getting ready to do this stunt pretty soon coming up where the Riverman attacks, one of the characters, and he gets pretty messed up, really bloody. We're working on that right now, making sure we get the right coagulation, right coloring, and making sure it looks realistic. So that's what this is, real.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but we wanted to put the blood on for the next scene. Test the blood. Is that okay?
Yeah, no.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead, do it. I want to see what this looks like. It's a pretty good color. It's warm. Well, I make sure that everybody has, if there's jumping or air scenes, that there's nets involved, and divers in the water ready to help out anybody that's in trouble. All right, get a little pocket of blood going there, and I take it very seriously.
Really?
Yeah, I contract outside safety teams to make sure that nobody gets out of line, and that we make sure that everybody's in a safe environment. So what were you asking just now? Well, in past, it's been a pretty big differentiation between Hong Kong and American style.
Yeah.
But recently, it's they've merged together, and now I think it's a worldwide action scene going on. Everybody's working together.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Over on the side of stage left on for scene 5. Basically, what we're doing, one of the challenges of doing an on-location shoot is you don't have the liberty of having everything that you would have in a studio or at your house, wherever you might be. You can't actually, like, if you run out of
There's a lot
something.
of rat shit in here.
Try not to breathe it.
Oh god, there's a dead rat right there.
Try not to breathe it too. We'll use it in the movie.
It's fucking gross, dude.
Does anyone know what this is?
Does the director know about this? That there's a dead rat over here?
Yeah, the dead rat, it's fake. Don't touch it though, because it's been placed. It's not a fake rat.
Get under the thing.
It's entirely real. It's fake. I bought it at a scene shop. Well, leave it alone. I placed it there specifically. It's so totally real.
Yeah, don't get away from the dead mouse.
Well, get in wardrobe, pansy. It's hard dealing with talent. Okay. Honestly, what is this thing? What am I doing with this?
Dude, it's not fake.
I
Gross is what
went to a store that sells.
James, kick it under the floorboards or something.
Look at that. You guys, I can't believe you guys fell for my fake mouse. Do you think this is a real hand? Because I got a real hand here. If that terrifies you.
Why would you go there to die?
Ooh. So grossly real and disgustingly dead. Alright. You guys ready for a shot?
Riverman in his future, I think, has no future. It's a present. It's a film in the present. I can see the people involved with it going different places. Probably not up. Maybe just staying, at this level here rather than going up. Kind of staying right about here. maybe even dipping down and then coming back up later.
I really don't know what's going to happen. I mean, on the surface, they look like they're really committed to the project, but, behind the scenes, when they talk to me individually, I just feel that they are absolutely not going to be finishing this project.
Hopefully, God willing, once we ever finish Riverman, if we ever finish Riverman, we'll move on to hopefully this project that I've been working on. It's a script that I wrote, and right now it doesn't have a title, about a man from a lake, and it's a horror film of a man that lives in a lake. And I'll tell you this much.
Doesn't that sound dangerously close to a man who lives on a river?
A river is a flowing body of water. A lake is a big still. Have you been to a lake? It's a slasher flick. He's got a big axe.
As opposed to a big knife.
Right. Well, yeah, big knife, big axe. You don't chop down the tree with your steak knife. It's completely different. Lake Man, as I like to call it. And we might do Lake Man the musical, and it goes something like, he is Lake Man, he lives in the Fullerton Lake. Fullerton Lake, Lake Man, River, Lake Man.
You just sang the same song.
I think Riverman's going to do good. A lot of people working hard on it. Got a lot of different views. I think it's going to be very eclectic feel. It's going to have a lot of stuff for everything. Stuff for the kids, stuff for the parents. We're kind of aiming for the 20s crowd, like people in their mid-20s, but I think it'll be good for everything.
Associated Films is at the forefront. They're on the leading edge. This has been a lifelong dream of mine, actually, and I'm glad to be here. Thanks.
It's definitely a unique film, I'd have to say.
This door, this is going to play heavily in the film. I don't want to be a spoiler, so I'm not going to tell you what happens. But damn, what a door.
I just want to say something to those who are screenwriters or aspiring screenwriters. You're treated like crap.
Look, I don't get much screen time here. I am treated like so much dirt.
Jeez. So, get used to it.
How do you feel about, paparazzi, tabloids?
I don't know. I don't feel so confident in Boom Men asking me questions in my interview.
That's cool, dude.
The town of Olinda, named after the Indians.
We're just concentrating on Riverman. We're not Olinda Indians. I don't really understand.
No, but they started the Riverman legend, is what I'm saying.
No,
I mean,
yeah, I understand. I think it's okay. I don't think we need to know really much more than that.
There's more.
No,
I understand.
I understand.
Okay.
There's a river and there's a man, and we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Can I get a ride back to my car?
No, I don't think that's going to work out.
Something?
We got to go another place.
Bus fare? Would you like a copy of my book?
No.
No.
We really don't. This is a visual thing. This is a documentary, actually. What's up? No, you can look at me. It's okay. I'm all right. I'm really not dying. Oh shit, it's hurting. Open the door. Open the door, dude. It's fucking burning my eye.
Right channel, left channel, right channel, left channel, right channel, left channel. Stereo, 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 stereo.
That Associated Films is an association. It's like a club. It's like a membership, and I'm part of that membership, if not the leader of that membership. Thank you.
I didn't see it, dude.